everyone, this is Mrs. Francis, and today we're going to be looking at scientific notation. So scientific notation is an easy way to write very large numbers or very small numbers. Each number is going to be written as a number greater than or equal to 1 times some power of 10. So I have some examples here. 5.2 times 10 to the 21st, we have a positive exponent, or 3.765 times 10 to the negative 23rd, in this case, a negative exponent. So it's pretty easy to do. Converting to scientific notation, you're just going to move the decimal point right or left to arrange it so, and this is key, you have one digit to the left of the decimal point. So we have one digit to the left of the decimal point. So we have our original numbers here. So we have 52,314. The decimal point is right here. We have to move it over 4. So in scientific notation, since we move the decimal point 4 places to the left, that would be noted as times 10 to the 4th power. All right, in this case, we already have the number set up perfectly. We have one digit to the left of the decimal point. So if we want to write it in scientific notation, we need a power of 10. We could say we're multiplying that by a power of 10 to the 0, because anything to the 0 power is just equal to 1. Right? So if I say 3.2 times 10 to the 0, I'm really just saying 3.2 times 1, which is the same as 3.2. All right, we have another example here. Now this time we have to move the decimal to the right. If I'm moving the decimal to the right, then I'm going to have a negative exponent. So I move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 10 to the negative 5th. And in the last case, where our decimal point is right here, we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we went left. So that's going to be times 10 to the 8th. So let's see how much you absorbed by what I just explained. You have a little practice there. I would say right now, pause the video and try to do A through F and see how you do. Come back when you're ready. All right, so right here, we know that we're going to move the decimal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is going to be 2.3 times 10 to the 5th. Here we have to move the decimal 1 to the right. So this is going to be 4.56 times 10 to the negative 1. We went right, so our exponent is negative. Here we're moving our decimal to the left 1. So this is going to be 8.1 times 10 to the first power. Here we're moving our decimal point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is going to be 2 times 10 to the 6. You're certainly welcome to write it as 2.0 times 10 to the 6. Either is fine. Moving our decimal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, right? So that's going to be 5.69 times 10 to the negative 6. And the last one, we're moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's going to be 7.8 times 10 to the negative 9. All right, now sometimes you'll be asked to convert from scientific notation to standard notation. I'm going to show you how to do it without using your calculator, but it's pretty easy to use your calculator. You would just punch it in and it'll give you the number in decimal form. So the first thing you want to do if you don't have a calculator is you're going to move the decimal point to the right for positive exponents, okay? The exponent tells you how many places to move. Move the decimal point to the left for negative exponents. And again, the exponent tells you how many places to move. So for part A, we have negative 4. So that means that we're going to move our decimal place to the left. All right, so we have 5.2. And I'm going to go left 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be 0.00052. And just to demonstrate the calculator, let's look at that. All right, now that e to the -4, that just means move the decimal to the left 4 places. So in this case, it really wasn't that helpful to us because we still had to understand in the calculator that when you see this e and it's negative, it just means move the decimal 4 places to the left. All right, let's try part B on the calculator. And we see that it's 120,000. Let's confirm. So we have 1.2. This time we have a positive exponent. That means that we're going to go right, and we're going to go right 5 places. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we get 1, 2, 0, comma, 0, 0, 0. So all these little placeholders become zeros, just like here. All right, I would say again, pause the video, finish up through F, and then see how you did. All right, hopefully you're feeling pretty good right about now. Now we're going to take a look at multiplying numbers in scientific notation. When we do that, the important thing to notice is that we are going to multiply the coefficients. So these are considered the coefficients. And then we're going to multiply the powers of 10. All right, now when we multiply exponents, that means that we're going to add the exponents. So let's just make a note here. You add exponents. All right, so we're going to multiply 3.2 times 2. When we do that, we get 6.4. So we took care of this part of it. And now we are going to multiply by 10. Now the question is to what power? And as we said, when we're multiplying and we have exponents, we're going to add the exponents. So 4 plus -6 gives me -2. Done. All right, next one, we have 1.5 times 3. So we're going to do this part first. And 1.5 times 3 is 4.5. And then we have 8 plus 6, because now we're going to add the exponents. 8 plus 6 is 14. When you're ready, pause the video, try C and D. 1 times 5 is 5. 7 plus 12 is 19. 2.6 times 2.9, you might want to use your calculator for that. That gives me 7.54. -4 plus a -6 is -10. All right, moving on. We just did multiplying. This time we're going to be dividing. When we divide and we have exponents, we're going to subtract the exponent. So let's make a note. In the case of division and you have exponents, you subtract the exponents. All right, so we're going to divide our coefficients, and then we'll subtract the exponents. So 3.2 divided by 2. That's going to give me 1.6. And now we're going to take 26, the exponent in the top. All right, 26, and we're going to subtract 14. 26 minus 14 gives me 12. We're done. Okay, it's that easy. We have 5.6 divided by 2.8. That gives me 2. Now this one, be careful because we have, we're subtracting, but we have a lot of negative exponents. Over here we did 26 minus 14. That was pretty easy. But this time we have negative 6 minus a negative 12. And you just want to be mindful when you're subtracting a negative, it's the same as adding. So that becomes negative 6 plus 12, which is 6. So our exponent is going to be 6. All right. Go ahead and try C and D. Pause the video. Come back when you're ready. All right, we have 9.87 divided by 3.26. We get 3.027. We'll round in this case to the nearest thousandth. So we have 3.027. I'll always be really clear to tell you where to round to, so don't worry about that. And we have 16 minus a negative 8. So that's 16 plus 8. So that gives me 24. So this is 10 to the 24th. We have 8.4 divided by 8.4. That's easy. That's just 1. And we have negative 23 minus a negative 25. So that's negative 23 plus 25. Certainly welcome to do this in your calculator. So we have 1 times 10 to the second. Okay, that's it. All right, pretty much we've covered all the concepts for this lesson. It worked out really well to do a video recording since it's pretty quick and easy. You have some practice. What I'd like you to do is, again, please pause the video, try them all. When you're ready, come back and look at the explanations. So we're writing the first number 1 in standard notation. Basically, it's just you're going to do 3.1 and you're going to move the decimal 2 places to the right. 1, 2. 7 times 10 to the negative 5. So we have 7 point right now, right? We're going to move it to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our number is 0.00007. Write each number in scientific notation. I have to move my decimal 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to be 7 times 10 to the 4th. Or you certainly could write 7.0 times 10 to the 4th. We're going to move our decimal place 1, 2 to the right. So this is going to be 3 times 10 to the negative 2. It will be a negative exponent because we went right. Writing each answer in scientific notation. When we're multiplying, we're going to add exponents, and when we're dividing, we subtract. So I'm just going to make a note here. We're going to add the exponents because in 5 and 6, we are multiplying these scientific notation numbers. In 7 and 8, we're dividing, so we're going to be subtracting the exponents, just as a reminder. So 1.1 times 4 that's going to give me 4.4. We're going to add the exponents. 5 plus 3 is 8. Done. 3.6 times 8. That's giving me 28.8. Now be careful right here. This is very sneaky. Okay, 28.8 times 10 to the 2 plus 5. That's easy. That's 7. But remember, when we're in scientific notation, we can only have 1 digit to the left of the decimal. And in this case, we've got 2 digits. So we have to take this one step further, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to move that decimal 1 place to the left. When we move our decimal to the left, that means we have to add 1 to our exponent. So we're going to get 2.88 times 10 to the 8th as our final answer. Okay, this one was definitely a little sneaky. Okay, but now you know how to do it. All right, number 7, we've got 7.41 divided by 3.5. We get 2.117, again, round to the nearest thousandth. We've got -1 minus 1. That gives me -2. All right, and 4.91 divided by 8.9 gives me 0.5517. Let's go write that down. 0.5517. Now, this is another sneaky one because this isn't giving us a number with the decimal with a digit to the left. So let's take care of our exponents here. We have 6 minus a -2. That gives me 8. All right, and you'd think we're done, but we're not. Again, another very sneaky one, because what we need to do now is we need to move our decimal 1 place to the right. When we move our decimal 1 place to the right, we have to subtract from the exponent. So we end up with 5.517 times 10 to the 7th. All right, so be very careful of those when you do these. You're certainly able to put this into your calculator and take a look at that and then convert it into scientific notation. As a matter of fact, let's try that just so you have that strategy in your toolbox. Make sure you use parentheses here. All right, so we have it typed in. We're going to hit enter. And we get our number. So we get 551,685,39.33. So let's write that down. And now we're just going to move our decimal point. So we're going to move our decimal point. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we end up with 5.51, we'll round, times 10 to the 7th. So you're certainly able to do it that way as well if you feel like that would be easier for you. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Have a great day.